Ooh, alright, look who it is. Look who it is. Okay. Alright, looks like we're doing some rebat. Looks like we're doing some little boss trial, it seems. Alrighty, good. Good job. Good job, everyone. Okay, yeah, let's go down then. Oh my god. Oh my god. I can't run either. I only have so many heals left too. Okay. I really hope I'm going the right way, honestly. Alright, first level up. And these are all the heals I have left. So I'll make them count. Damn it, not you guys. Come on, alright. Okay. Alright, last two. That's it. Okay. I'm gonna stay right here. And hope that whatever happens, that pretty much I should be able pretty much whatever happens, and yeah, that I'll be able to run away from battles like these, and hopefully I'll still have enough of a strong health to basically take on the final boss. So, alright. Yeah, we're doing this. Okay. I know she had... I think she should have, like, a special ability to where, like, she could actually, like, destroy one of my characters for good. So I gotta be on the lookout for that. So please kill her. This should do it. Whew, okay. Good. Okay, more 500. Okay. Alright. Gonna do another save state. Ooh, what's this? Go try a run. Yeah. Maybe another one of these. I think this might be the Atlantis one. Okay, but I still run, so that's good. Okay, what's this? Nothing. Okay. Okay, well I just wasted my time then. So I'll go run. Hey, keep missing, please. I guess we'll go around over here for now. Because I literally have no idea where we're supposed to be going at this moment. So go run. Ooh. That's okay. It's okay. I bought Pures for a reason. Okay. Alright, let the hit start. Okay. Oh. Really, I can't read it or anything? Don't have the Alright, well, I don't know what that's supposed to be. But hopefully it'll be something. Damn it. Now I'm gonna do another save state. So I don't know. Okay. Guess I'm supposed to go over here. Alright, let's see what happens. Am I gonna run away, or I can take out... Alright, let's take it out the big guy. Nope. Alright, I guess we're running away then. Oh, that's okay. Hey, no stairs. Let me guess. Yep. Alright, Kraken. Take a crack at it. Huh! That didn't even make any sense. Maybe I should say, let's take a crack at Ken. Ah, there we go. That's better. Okay, that didn't check shit. Okay, not enough. Probably not. Shit. Okay. Alright, one down. 3 to go. Okay. Alright, it's up to these 3 now. Okay. Alright, we do have one more. Now I'm supposed to... Oh, alright, well, we got the air. I'm trying to run away if I can. Okay. Good. Alright, now we're gonna deal with them. Okay, I guess we'll go over here first. Because that's the thing, I have no idea where I'm supposed to be going. Okay, I think I might have made a mistake. Yeah. Sorry about that. I'm supposed to be down here. I can't run from the worms. See through shit. You know, I'm a little more surprised they haven't tried slaying me or anything. Alright, it all comes down to this. You know what? Even if I do somehow make it out alive, I don't think we're gonna have enough for the final boss. So depending on how all this goes, like, this might actually not be the finale. I might have to do the finale next time. Like, this might be another one where, like, I'm gonna have to, like, level up a lot more just to make it through the final boss. Okay, run. How do you punch air, by the way? just adjust. Medusa, what's that? Okay, well, whatever it was pointless! And I gotta do that all over fucking me. Okay. I'm gonna try to run. Oh god. Alright, we got a vampire. I don't know if I want to deal with you, to be honest. Okay. Oh god, it's gonna be one. Yeah, it's gonna be one of those, isn't it? Like me. And alright, second one down. 2 more to go. Oh. Alright, well, might as well just finish up the job then. If it gets to be bad, and maybe like, yeah, I'll just look up. At the very least, I'll probably just look up a map, see where I'm supposed to go. Yeah. Starting to go around circles now. No, please. Please let me go. Okay. God damn it. I'm gonna lose though, I know it. I'm gonna lose. I'm gonna lose. I don't have faith in myself, honestly. I think I am actually gonna lose. Yeah. I'll be very surprised if I survive this. Like, really surprised. Okay. Yeah. Okay, you know what? No. We gotta go back. We gotta do this again. Alright. Okay, hopefully we'll have a bit of a better time, but I'm not gonna get my... But I'm not gonna, you know... pretty much I'm not gonna get my hopes up, is what I'm trying to say, because that! Like that! Okay. Okay, well at least we had somewhat of an easier time, so... And now I know where I need to go, so hopefully the dragon will be a little bit easier. You know what? Fuck it. What does trance mean? Does it mean I'm like dizzy now or something? Okay. I believe it's not this one. So I gotta run. Please run. Damn it. This game hates me sometimes. Seriously. Okay, well now I gotta do the dragon again. Well, okay, no, that's not it. Which one's the one with the dragon? Okay, I think I went the wrong way. We'll try that again. Ineffective. Okay, well, at least we got something different. At least we got something different with the boss. But what does ink mean? Well, we're not gonna find out. At least not yet. Alright, you're gonna need to survive this. You guys are gonna have to pull through together. You can do this. Okay. Whew. Alrighty, good. Okay. I'm definitely safe stating right here. And we still got the sorcerers. Alright, now which one was the one that had the dragon? I think it was this. This the one? Yep, that's the one. Alrighty. Alright, hopefully we'll have a somewhat bit of an easier time now. Okay. Alright, now there should be a set of stairs. Here we are. I'm gonna run away. I don't care about you guys. Actually, I'm gonna run away twice. Just to be safe. Okay, it's a good thing I did that. Alright. Alright, this should be it. The final showdown. Get over here in one piece. Alright, here we are. This is it. Remember me? Garland. Your puny law thought you had defeated me, but the four fiends sent me back 2,000 years into the past. From here, I send the four fiends to the future. The fiends will send me back to here, and the time loop will go on. After 2,000 years, I will be forgotten, and the time loop will close. I shall live forever, and you shall meet your doom. And, well, you definitely live up to your name, and I'm actually kind of scared what you might bring. Yeah, this does not help me. Okay. This does not help calm my fears. Alright, let's see if we can do this. Okay. $94, not bad. Okay. Alright, well, the only one that's gonna have trouble is the little fighter, or the little knight, I should say. Because, yeah. Okay. Ooh, nice. Is this enough? Not yet. Alright, what you got? Lid, okay. Alright. Still not yet. Oh no. Oh, okay, lost intelligence. What does that mean? Okay, probably. Alright, well, it's better than nothing. I'll take it. As long as I didn't die, that's all I'm worried about. Ooh, okay, nice, great. You know what? This actually works. Okay, now. But you might have actually helped. You might have actually helped. He did! Alright, we are all done. I believe we are all done. But... or not? What's going on? Please tell me. Are we done? Or is there a final boss form? Is it? Okay, no lie, it's actually kind of creepy. It's, pretty much it's almost kind of like, you know, the beginning of Pippi. Learning with Pippi, I mean. Oh, the time loop is now broken. The 2,000-year-long battle is over. Alright, we have won. Okay, that's pretty pretty. I like that. Peace prevails. Control of the four elements, earth, wind, fire, and water, again, belongs to the earth. Garland's hatred burned for 2,000 years. That hatred led the four powers to this world. Chaos was created from those four. No, okay, I gotta wait. Let's see. Evil doomed the world and covered it in darkness. But it is over now. Wrong has been set right. The Light Warriors are returning. As they travel in time, the world returns to normal. Sarah and Jay wait for them. Of course, Garland does too. But when did it ever happen? Find out next time on Final Fantasy II! Everything went mad in a day. A reason lies in a 2,000-year time loop. Confused yet? For chaos to become one force and fight against the four evil forces that set darkness upon the world. When the four return, it will be to their past. All signs of their battles with the forces will be erased. But the legend will live on, passed down by the dwarves, the elves, and the dragons. But not the humans. Passed by the people, passed on by peoples unsure where the story came from. Either that, or pretty much either that, or wondering if they ever got high in the first place and just made this shit up. The Light Warriors return from their journey back in time, 2,000 years. Even though I just said that lots of times, the memory is stored deep within their hearts will protect the world. Jesus, how long is this gonna go on for? Never forget the good and true. Never turn the four powers to the dark side. And truth will always live in the hearts of the people. Okay? The Light Warriors who broke the 2,000-year time loop truly are Light Warriors. That warrior was you! Dun, dun, dun! May the orbs always shine. Yeah, may the orbs always shine. And okay, I guess that's it. So I'm guessing this is either... what is this? Oh, actually no, this is just at the end. Okay, that's pretty cool. Yeah, pretty clever. E-N. Alright everyone, well, that was Final Fantasy, the very first Final Fantasy game that, not only for the NES, but pretty much kicked off the Final Fantasy series as a whole. And first impressions? Fun! Yeah, honestly, no lie, I definitely had a lot of fun with the very first Final Fantasy game, more so than I ever thought I was gonna have fun with it and such, cause, pretty much I will admit, as soon as I did realize this was gonna be one of those games where, like, if you're not really prepared, it's gonna kick your ass very hard. And that is one thing I will say about this game, is that, like, yeah, if you are not prepared to pretty much, like, level grind and such, pretty much, like, not prepared to pretty much, follow the clues, or, like, even, like, pretty much even, like, if you're, even at least interested in the story, you're probably not going to enjoy this Final Fantasy game at all and such. But for those that actually are like old school RPG fans and such and everything, those that probably are very curious to see where the first Final Fantasy game has all started and such, this game might actually be for you and such, because like I said, from the very beginning and everything, like the more times that I've played this Final Fantasy game as a whole and everything, I was actually getting very interested in, like, the characters, the story, and even the world and such. Like, now granted for, like, you know, as small as the world, like, this Final Fantasy game was and everything, it was still pretty cool at the end of the day. Like, there was definitely a sense of, like, you know, a town. There was definitely a sense of, like, exploration with the caves, the water, and everything. And pretty much just fighting each of the enemies and such, getting stronger as you go on. It definitely, pretty much I could definitely say that this is a very engaging game for the most part. Like, for a game that's almost going to be like 40 years, coming up real soon, and in about like 2 years by the time I'm recording this and such. I can safely say for sure that at least for me, this game still holds up very well and such. I definitely had a lot of fun playing Final Fantasy and such. And I'm actually very glad that like pretty much I'm actually very glad that I decided to finally sit down and try the games out for myself and such. Because, like I said, just based on this first Final Fantasy game alone, I definitely want to check out the rest of the series, like, no lie and such. Pretty much, yeah, like everything that I just stated, in the beginning and such. It's a very fun game, very engaging. The bosses and everything, like, I will say, like, the enemies are very cool looking and designs and such. Like, pretty much there were some very creative enemies, in terms of designs and everything, even with, like, the bosses and such, and again, even the battle itself, like, you know, some of the battles were, definitely engaging for the most part, and one thing I actually I do appreciate about this game, while yes, it is actually a very challenging game, especially, like I said, if you're not really prepared to, like, you know, level grind all that much and such and everything, this game is gonna pretty much kick your ass and such, until pretty much you sit down, have the patience, and pretty much grind until you reach like the perfect amount of levels to pretty much continue on with the game as best you can and such. And pretty much like yeah, that is definitely one great positive aspect. Like I will get to the game because excuse me, because once you do actually start leveling up and understand the mechanics of this game, like I said, it can be very engaging and everything. And challenge itself, I would say it's a very decent challenge. I will say. There's not too many parts within this game where, like, you're gonna feel like, you're lost or something, or, like, to where, like, you're gonna want to look up a guide, like, 24/7 or all the time when you look up, when you, play this game and such. You might only need a walkthrough for, like, maybe on, like, certain stuff if, like, you know, you're really stuck, or or pretty much if your sense of direction is poor, and and pretty much you definitely don't want to, like, bother, like, you know, rebattling all the enemies again just until, like, you make it to, just until you get back to a certain point where you died at and everything. That part I can understand, where some people might crack and say, okay, I definitely need a map to, like, understand where I'm going and such. But pretty much, like, everything after that and everything, like, it's, honestly, I would say, like, it is one of those games where it's, like, pretty much it is one of those games where it's, like, it's kind of a bit easy to get into. Now, granted, I would definitely not say, like, it's not a game like, you know, Legend of Zelda or, like, Super Mario Brothers, where, like, anyone can pick up and, like, just have a go at it real, like that. This is a game where pretty much, like I said, you are going to need to understand the mechanics a little bit before deciding if this is a game to where, like, you feel it's worth, playing and even completing as well, too. If you feel like this game is actually worth completing, then I will say you definitely will have a very fun time with it. Especially, like I said, if you're into the old school RPG type of games and such. Let's see, is there anything else? One thing I will, like, let's see, if there's any drawback that I will get to the game and everything, is that while the characters are actually fun, like, especially, with some of the, NPCs and such, I do wish that, like, honestly, like, some of the NPCs that we do, get to see and everything, some of them were a little creative, but other times they were a little bit, lackluster, for, you know, lack of a better word, I will say. Now, I will admit, like, the Dragon Prop is actually very cool and everything, and hopefully, like, once I get to the later Final Fantasy games and everything, maybe they might actually expand upon, like, the dragon relationships and everything, because that part actually did fascinate me, and such. And I still wonder about that amulet. I still wonder about that dwarf that said, like, he needed something to wear, like, he will make us, like, some kind of defense shield and everything. Honestly, like, I'm very tempted to see, like, if there's any sort of walkthrough that would actually explain to me, like, what exactly, like, where exactly I needed this amulet, and when should I, like, give it to this dwarf and everything, because I never actually did got that, suit of armor, or at least, like, that kind of defense armor, as far as I'm aware and such. But anything after that and everything, like, graphical-wise, and like I said, even looking at this right now, this is very beautiful to look at. Like, the graphics have definitely, you know, held up very well, at least in my opinion and such. Like, it's very bright and colorful. Again, there's also adds to the, engaging part as well, too. Music-wise, in terms of scores and everything, it's a fine video game music for what it is. It's definitely not going to make it into my top 5 or top 10 anytime soon. But for the first of the series and everything, it's not bad and such. Like, I definitely give it a pass. Let's see, is there anything else? I think that's really about it in terms of, like, in terms about what I have to say in terms of this, first Final Fantasy game, so, yeah, alright, so overall, in terms of the very first Final Fantasy game, and pretty much, like, my first experience with Final Fantasy as a series overall, honestly, I would say the very first Final Fantasy game is definitely a good game to, it's definitely a very good game to at least, like, check out, or at least, like, see where the Final Fantasy series have started and such. Like I said, this is one of those games where pretty much, like, if you feel that, like, it is worth, like, completing and such, like, once you understand the mechanics behind it, and once you need, what you need to do and such, this is definitely one of those games I will say definitely give it a shot. Pretty much it is a game that is actually worth playing and such for the experience, and pretty much like I said, to pretty much understand, like, how the Final Fantasy games came to be about and such as well too. Because, like I said, like, from what I understand, there aren't actually some things in this game that would actually get carried over into, like, the later Final Fantasy games and everything. So at the very least and everything, like, I definitely do respect this game, and again, still like it for, pretty much again, I have enjoyed it very much for, like, what it is today. And like I said, I was very surprised on, like, how well this game actually does hold up to, like, a modern, like, to someone that's never played, like, you know, a Final Fantasy game like me and such. So pretty much I'm definitely glad I've checked out the series. And like I said, I do actually want to see, pretty much I am actually planning on playing the rest of the Final Fantasy games, whenever we get around to them. Now, I do know, before anyone asks me in the comments and such, I do know that Final Fantasy, at least the first 6 games, have a very interesting history when it comes to, like, localizations and such. So, from what I understand and everything, in terms of the NES, this is the only Final Fantasy game from the Famicom that actually got an official translation from Square for the NES and such. They were originally going to make an official translation for Final Fantasy II and such, but because with the Super Nintendo, and this is what I've, recently found out, because the Super Nintendo was coming out around the time that Final Fantasy II was being translated, they pretty much the team figured that, like, the official, an official, sequel to Final Fantasy II for the NES probably would not sell very well, and people are probably going to focus their attention more on the Super Nintendo. So what they did instead is that they took what was originally Final Fantasy IV in Japan and make that their Final Fantasy II and such. So pretty much, like, this is the only Final Fantasy game in the NES that got an official translation and such. Pretty soon, for the Final Fantasy games that were never released in English and such, like Final Fantasy II and III, they would actually finally get an official English translation from PlayStation and I believe Game Boy. I know 2, pretty much I know that 2 got an official translation for the Game Boy. I'm not sure about 3, though. But pretty much, yeah. So for those wondering, like, what I'm going to do once I get to those 2 games, I want to see if it's possible. If it is possible, I'm going to see if I could actually work, I'm going to see if I actually download a ROM to where someone actually did, like, a fan translation for Final Fantasy II and such. If it works, then I'm able to play it. Then pretty much that will be the next Final Fantasy game I will be playing real soon. But I don't know when yet, but I will definitely be checking out the other Final Fantasy games as promised. And who knows, maybe I might actually also check out Phantasy Star as well too for the Sega Master System as well too, because pretty much after playing this game, like, I definitely want to check out some of the other old school RPG games real soon whenever I get around to them and such. But yeah, so overall, I had a very fun experience with Final Fantasy and such. And for my first impression ratings, you know what? I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10, honestly, because pretty much, like, the only really nitpicks I do have with the game is that, again, outside of the NPCs, I will admit, the combat can get pretty rough at times. And actually, yeah, that's another thing. Another nitpick I actually do have with the game is that, like, I do wish that, like, pretty much, I do wish that, like, you would that pretty much, like, the word. Let me try it again. Let me speak first. So, okay. So the other nitpick that I do have with this game is, I do wish that, like, for the new towns to where like they upgrade the charges of the inns and everything. I feel like for the taverns or like for the shops, not only like should they like increase the price a little bit for some of the items you got, but I think it would have been a lot more better if they would also increase like the amount of medicine you get in terms of like how many heals you get as well too. Because pretty much like yeah, the heals definitely did eat up like I wouldn't say they eat up most of my time and such and everything. Because like even with the heals that I did bar and everything, like I still had plenty and I still had enough for like for my party that actually did need it. And I was still able to like get through the dungeon in the end just fine and such. But it can still be pretty nerve-wracking as well too. When you have to use up all those like heals and everything, and pretty much now you just have to like pray and hope that like pretty much you just have to pray and hope to where like you'll be able to like make it through the final boss and even make it through the dungeon alive and everything as well too and such. But yeah, like aside of those two nitpicks and everything that I have with the game, I had like I said, I had a very fun experience with Final Fantasy. Like I said, like outside of those two nitpicks, I really can't complain anything else about this game. Like, it's very fun. Again, very engaging as well too. So, for those that actually have an NES and everything, or you can find some way to like purchase this game and play it, definitely give it a shot. I definitely cannot recommend this game enough. So, alright, so yep, that's gonna do it for this episode and this series of Final Fantasy. In terms of recording session, I've been recorded definitely for over an hour and such. So I might most likely just split this up into two parts like I have with the other games in the series. So if I do and everything, then pretty much coming up real soon. So pretty much coming up real soon and everything. I will be playing the next Humongous Entertainment game and everything like always. Which the next game for the series is going to be Spy Fox's first Junior Arcade title, Cheese Chase. So, pretty much, when that gets ready to go, I'll let you guys will definitely know, as soon as, it pops up on screen and such. And let's see, is there anything else? And, oh yeah, pretty much, depending on, like, how, Cheese Chase also goes as well, too, I will definitely let you guys know, probably more so after Cheese Chase, what the next game in the series is going to be. Because, like I said, I do have two games in mind, and depending on when Cheese Chase is coming out, and depending if this might conflict a little bit in terms of like scheduling or what I have planned for a Halloween special LP. I might just save that Halloween special LP for next year and such, but pretty much we'll wait and see. So so whenever Cheese Chase is ready to go and such, I'll definitely let you. You guys will definitely find out as soon as possible, and pretty much yeah, you guys will know what the next LP series is going to be real soon as well too. So. Alrighty guys, well this is Sakura Diesel saying thank you all so much for watching. If you guys have enjoyed this Final Fantasy finale, as well as just Final Fantasy itself as a whole, hit that like button. If you guys are excited to see the next Humongous Entertainment game, as well as the next LP coming up real soon, hit that subscribe button as well. Speaking of games, don't forget, if you guys got any games you want me to try out, list them in the comments or the YouTube or on my Facebook page. If you guys like movie and TV show reviews, check out my main channel where I mostly do that. Or check out mine at Barney's Co-op channel, Review Bros, where we review movie, TV shows, music, and books together. Alright guys, well this has been Sakura Diesel saying thank you all so much for watching. And I'll see you all in the next... Actually, this time, I'll see you all in the next Humongous Entertainment game, Spy Fox and Cheese Chase. So, until then, take care everybody, and bye-bye.